Welcome to In the Spotlight. Today we'll be talking to Molly Ames about the hardships of an AP student. Welcome back. Today's guest is Molly Ames. She's a junior who's an AP student. She's also been a swimmer since she was a kid and has been balancing swim practice and AP classes since she first came to high school. For a person who has to balance swim and AP classes, life becomes really stressful. Thank you for joining us today. We're very happy to have you here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. What made you decide to take AP classes?
Well, when I was looking into what colleges I wanted to go to in the future, most of them you had to have a pretty good GPA, and I know that at the end of the year, if you pass the class, you get 10 extra points. So that was just a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who or what has been the biggest influence on you, academic-wise?
I would definitely say my parents, just because they're both teachers, and then I want to go to Tennessee, so oh gosh. I want to go to Tennessee, so if I take AP classes, it'll look better on my resume, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I had your mom as a teacher, so I can definitely see where that's coming from. She pushed me a lot too. So what are some AP classes that you've taken, and could you rate their hardships a little bit?
Freshman year, I took AP Human Geography, and that was during COVID, COVID struck during that, so I can't really say much about that class, but I took AP Lang and AP World History last year. And AP Lang is tough. It is definitely tough. So if you're not 100% into it, it's going to be a lot. And I'm taking AP US History right now, and I love Miss Stansel. She is keeping me going because I'm not a big history fan, but she's a good teacher.
Yeah, Miss Stansel is definitely one of my favorite teachers too. And she's so great. How do you balance school and swim, swim and AP classes?
Well, when I get too stressed about school, I'll usually just take a day off of swim, just to get my mind straight again. But usually I've been doing it for so long that it kind of just comes natural at this point. I don't really have to worry about, oh, am I going to have to study for this test? It's gotten easier.
So what would you say is the most challenging part in balancing the two?
I would say probably just the homework and just mostly the tests, though, because the tests are so hard in AP classes, and if the recoveries have definitely helped me pass the classes.
Yeah, definitely. So if you ever get behind in your classes, what do you really do to catch up?
That's when I usually just take a day off, and it helps a lot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So what advice would you give to students that are thinking of taking AP classes?
I would say that unless you're 100% into getting into a really good college, I probably would not take them because it is a lot, and if you're not dedicated enough to take them, then it's just going to be a lot, and it's going to be a lot of stress put on you.
And this one is a more personal question. I was wondering, so I heard that you won Swimmer of the Year in Paulding County for the second time in a row, so that's really big. How do you feel about that?
I was definitely very surprised. I did not think that I would get it at all, but my coach had told me that it was mostly because of me recruiting new kids to the team, because last year we had 7 kids on the team on a good day, and this year we had 16. So it was definitely a big thing, and we actually had guys on the team, which was even better. And there was one time at the beginning of the swim season where this girl from another school had an asthma attack, and I was right there with her the entire time when she was having it, and the coach was thanking me so much. And my swim coach, Coach Finsky, she said that he had his vote for me. So I was okay, that's
good that you were
confidence
there for her.
boost. So
that's really good. Many students who have AP classes have gone under a lot of stress because of the loads of work given to them. I can definitely relate. Those students have learned how to balance their life, and that doesn't always mean that they're not stressed. Sadly, there's not a lot that these students can do to take away that stress. But thank you for joining me and Molly Ames, and see you all next week with a new guest, Zoe Mason, about the struggles of women's sexism.